Louise? Louise? Where the hell is she? You know you have written a load of crap about George Osborne, don't you? Where the bloody hell are you? I've got to read. How the hell am I going to learn all this? 2009 Tory conference, 2012 Tory conference, Gideon and his writ. How the hell am I supposed to learn all of this? Okay, what am I going to do? I know what I'll do. I'll hide it. Okay. George Osborne, Gideon. Thank you for inviting me to this general election meeting, a meeting in which I am to announce my candidacy for the forthcoming election. This is a platform on which I will explain my policies, but in truth I have none. Hang on. This is an advantage because in fact, this is an opportunity. Is this too loving? Well, anyway. This is an opportunity for you to vote for someone who truly represents all of you. No policies, and yet all policies. I represent you. But in fact, I offer some opportunities. First of all, I will never claim a salary. The current MP's The current MP's salary is $63,336, but this figure will soon go out of date because they will vote themselves a pay rise, so let's forget that. But the current MP's salary I will give to cancer research. My second policy, my second opportunity I give to you is that I will never, ever claim expenses. I won't claim for a moat house. I won't claim for a duck house. I won't claim for sandwiches or fact-finding expeditions to America or even sleazy bars in Soho. I won't claim responsibility for 1,000 people stuck at Oxford Circus 2 nights ago. I won't claim anything. I will claim nothing. No expenses. Think about it. The millionaires, they claim for toilet rolls. So, I will not claim any expenses. I will be paid, well, in the sense that my salary will go to charity. Yes, I will be paid. I will be a drain on the taxpayer, but I decide where my salary goes. After all, I'm the one who's attending the House of Commons if you vote for me. The third opportunity is one to do with representation. I will set up a website, and then all the electorate in our constituency can register for the website, and they would tell me how to vote. So no salary, no expenses. Surely that entitles me to disability allowance for being so stupid. No, that's not going to work. You say disability, you piss off most people. So we won't do that. Let's start again. Okay, no disability, plug the expenses, slag off the millionaires, and don't mention Bullingdon. Right, don't mention Gideon. Okay, right, so I will claim no expense. Am I like Jesus? I will claim no expenses. I will claim no salary. It will go to charity. And I will give the opportunity for everyone to be represented. I will be a no-colour party. By that I mean I will be transparent in everything I do. No colour in any of my policies. No pink bus driven as some sort of media scrum to motivate you to write about me. No purple car driven by, William Cash to represent UKIP. No vanilla tax avoidance schemes for the rich. This would be a no-colour representative, a no-colour party. A vote for me is a vote for you. I am the nearest thing to none of the above. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Nearest thing to none of the above. None of the above, nearest thing. Vote for me is a vote for you. Okay. I have no views of my own. No, that makes you sound like an empty, vacuous fart. Okay. I have my own views, but my vote will be the views of many. Yeah, that's fine. So let's see. If I'm going to represent you, I need to find out what you want. For example, do we increase the budget deficit? What do we do about balance of payments? What do we do about immigrants? A dodgy subject. What do we do about immigrants who come in with HIV? What do we do about tuition fees? But you know the answer to that. You just lie. And when you get into Parliament, you say, we're a coalition. It was nothing to do with us. We have to vote because we're hypocrites. No, I mustn't slag off other parties. No, I mustn't do that. So we can lie about tuition fees, perhaps, if we think we're going to get away with it. Let's increase the grant to the arts. Let's increase the Ebola funds, double overseas aid. Let's bomb... No, that's too violent. Can't bomb the poor. That's a Tory policy. Let's get rid of Mohammed. No, that would cause a ripple of anguish amongst the audience. Let's get rid of Mohammed as the second most popular name in the British population and replace it with Dave. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to get death threats from people who only listen to the first half of that sentence. Okay, so what else can we do? Enough. Anyway, enough. The thing to remember is, what's my catchphrase? Oh yeah, a vote for me is a vote for you. I will claim no expenses, the bus ride up to London, assuming you don't print out fake tickets on your computer network. My bus rides up to London will be cheap. But in truth, what makes people happy? They need to feel they're in control. They want the transparency, rather like, what was it? QPR did today when they lost at home to Tottenham. But still, when they want transparency, they want me to represent them. Stick to the catchphrase. Stick to Louise! Okay, what am I going to do if he asks me about George Osborne? Who knows? Bullshitter. Oh, I'll be an ideal politician, that's fine. Okay, so a vote for me is a vote for you. The nearest thing to the ultimate political selfie. Yeah, that would probably work. Yeah.
We would now like to welcome to the floor Mr. Winston Smith, who will speak for a total of 5 minutes. Keep it concise.
Concise. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me to announce my candidacy for the forthcoming general election. This is a platform on which I will expand on my policies. But, in truth, I have none. But this is a plus.
Rubbish!
You said there's no hecklers. What?
You got
Sorry?
no policies.
I can't see a bloody thing up here. I'm sorry, did you get that on the microphone? I'm sorry, you say I've got no policies. In truth, I represent everyone. My task is to represent all people who ask to be represented, particularly those who vote for me.
Oh, right, I see.
Is that you, sir? No.
Are you going
That's
to...
a woman. Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
To represent everybody?
I will represent everyone.
What?
And yet, sir, no one. And that's the point. I represent all parties, but I have no vested do we have to have this person as heckling? No. Yes, sir.
You have to represent everybody. The Muslims.
Yes, I definitely represent them.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And
But I also represent. Sorry, sir, I forgot my place.
you've got to represent the sick.
Yes, I represent undoubtedly I
as
represent the
well
sick.
as the healthy.
I represent the healthy.
And the Jews.
But sir, if I can just stop you on that point. If we're representing the healthy, I wish to remove obesity, as we all do, particularly for those over 50. We can't all hire people from fitnessover50.co.uk, who are sponsoring my campaign, I should add, but we represent, sir, you said the Jews, the Muslims.
Yeah, and also, well, literally,
Yes.
everybody. Who do you think you are? Are you a scruffy-looking god?
Sir, I am just a conduit. I have many views, but my vote represents the views of many.
So we're all in this together, are we?
All in
Oh,
this. All in this.
yeah.
This
Where
is
did
George.
I
This
hear
is
that
George
before?
Osborne, isn't it? Right. Yeah. Just a minute, sir. I'm prepared for you, you old fart. Let me tell you, sir, what George Osborne said at the 2009. Oh, I see you brought your wife with you. At the 2009 conference, he said, Gideon, he's only George to his corporate friends. What he said was, we are all in this together, as you say. And then over subsequent years, he regurgitated that when he used that as a preface for attack on public sector wages. Because what he said, I'm reliably informed, if you want to motivate the poor, you cut the wages. You want to motivate the rich, you give them tax cuts. It's obvious. And then, bloody hell, Louise can't type at all. She said, Spurch, during his spurt, George Osborne spurted. I'm sorry, sir. During his speech to the 2012 party conference, he said, we are all still in this. 3 years later, we're still in this all together mess.
You're right.
This was when, I should remind you, I'm on live feed, yeah? This, I remind you, is when the average salary in real terms fell by 7%, but the average wage for corporate sector executives rose by 141%. Does this seem like we are all together in this? I would suggest not. I have 2 pages I can read you, sir, if you need any more conviction. George Osborne, motivate the poor, crush the poor, motivate the rich, tax exiles, no colour, have a policy, the UKIP are a real threat, the Liberals can't read, okay, I've got most of that. So, I repeat, does this mean that we're all in this together to you?
I see. All I can get from that was that you're anti-Tory.
Anti-Tory? Look, I am not Tory, but I'm not UKIP. Now, you may have seen today's Guardian news. No, you probably don't know the Guardian. In the UKIP brochures and on the television programmes, which I'm sure you have seen, sir, you see Nigel Farage drinking his pint of beer. In today's Guardian, you see George Osborne also drinking his pint of beer. These 2 parties are the same. 3 out of 4 votes that are lost from the Tories go to UKIP. UKIP are financed by the Tories. They are the same party. But I'm neither UKIP nor Tory. I'm neither Labour nor Liberal. I am neither Green. I'm neither Plaid Cymru. I'm neither SNP. I am, well, you.
If you're me, you're a pissed off pensioner.
What?
I said, if you're me,
Yeah.
You're a pissed off pensioner living in a democracy,
Yeah.
and who got nothing out of it, and they marginalise the poor.
Yes.
Yeah, and they leave people on trolleys in hospitals outside the ward, dying, waiting for interpreters to turn up.
Yeah, so I am you, the pissed off pensioner. I am the translator, but I'm also the corporate executive who has made God knows 400 and something percentage increase in his wages. I am the businesses, I am the rich and the poor, the middle income. I am everyone.
Yeah, but if you get into Parliament, you'll have an 11% pay rise straight away.
Yes, but my 11%, as I said, my salary goes to the Cancer Research Society. Surely, I can tell you everything, George. Where the hell is Louise?
What are you, some sort of stinking rich do-gooder?
Well, no, not really. Who I am is irrelevant. Thank you. What I say and what I think is insignificant when we think of one member, one vote, one constituency. I'm just trying to represent those who are calling out to be represented. I'm this conduit. Vote for me is a vote for you. Now, can I tell you about what George Osborne said in 2010 and 2000?
If you must.
Well, one of the things he said, actually, it wasn't him, it was the minister with him. If you Google the employment minister and put lied on CV, a certain name in the government will come up. But I'm not here to be anti-Tory, because as I said, I'm neither Tory nor UKIP. I'm neither Labour nor Liberal. I'm neither SNP, replied Kimberly. I am, sir, I am you.
Yeah, we've been through that.
So,
Thank you, Mr. Smith. You have used more than your allotted time.
but can I not...
May we clear the floor for the next speaker, please? Thank you very much.
Daddy, how does the speech go?
I was speaking here, and this, I don't know, compare MC or something, I was halfway through. I was building up to a climax, and he suddenly cut me off. I hardly had a chance to say all those practice phrases.
My views is one person.
But my vote is the views of many.
But you do believe in what you said, don't you?
What I tried to say, there was this old guy.
They're everywhere. That's why we need obesity. We can't afford pensions.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. He just kept on going on about how I didn't represent him or...
And do you?
Oh, of course what? Of course I represent him. But I also represent everyone else. And I don't think I really got that point across. He seemed to think that I was anti-Tory.
But you are.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. But only really as an individual, not really as an MP. And that's the whole point. I want to represent everyone, and yet no one, if you see what I mean.
I do, but thousands, your electorate.
Well, let's be precise about this. It's not my electorate, it's our electorate.
Probably don't.
Maybe so. Okay, tell me, how was your day?
Well, I've decided I'm going to stand against you.
What?
Well, if Al Murray can stand
Right,
against
then
Barrett,
that's
then I can
speech.
stand against the conduit.
Well,
No, Daddy, I'm serious. I'm going to stand as no one, and my policy will be to abstain all the time, and therefore be a no vote. Owing to my age, I will get the young vote, the votes of people pissed off.
But why?
Because it's a win-win situation. Most people don't really vote, which means I can claim I won by default.
Fine, but what if you did win?
And then I'd carry out my policies and not vote for anything. Oh yes, claim the expenses and keep the salary, the one you seem so willing to give away, and the papers would come looking to me for articles.
Yeah, but that's awful, and it's just plain silly.
Not if I win. I mean, the elections are crying out for a protest vote, one that really represents the contempt that people have for MPs, and that's me. I mean, if UKIP can win a Euro election on a campaign of not participating in trying to withdraw from Europe, then why can't I stand as an MP who does not want to take part in Parliament, but nonetheless draw a salary?
Because you haven't got a chance, I think.
Oh, you hope. Would you like to hear my speech?
No, I don't actually.
Oh, go on. 50% of the people in the room want to hear it. That's enough, surely.
So is your speech just one of these 1 hour monologues?
Oh, don't be silly.
So this speech, is it how long is it?
I don't know, probably about 2 minutes.
2 minute speech? And is it a series
Yeah,
of
because it gets straight to the point, unlike yours, which is a load of waffle.
I'm
No one
standing to be a
wants to
politician.
Yeah, so am I.
Well, yeah, but I'm standing for older people.
Yeah,
so
I'm standing for everyone.
Yeah, but we have much deeper thought. But still, if you, I tell you what, I will listen to this. You've learnt it, haven't you? A little tiny piece of paper.
There's a few bullet points, and
A few
they're
bullet points.
elongated. Yeah.
Is it in text speech?
No, don't be silly.
Oh, don't patronise me. You're my daughter. Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
I might even copy it down.
There is no greater honour than to stand for the British electorate. In a girlish way, you, all of you, are my Valentines.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I am you and you are me, and I want to stand for you, with you, in this Parliament, this distant Parliament who has fallen out of touch, out of love with the British public. Like an electorate rejected by the suitor that was once those in power, I wish to rebuild that bond and become your Valentine again. As you, the electorate,
I'm
are
just going to
mine.
be sick.